Hello good people of Earth, and welcome to the Cell Somatics channel. My name is Christian, and today I would like to share the #1 life hack that is going to take your sinuses to the next level. And by that I of course mean the neti pot. So if you do not know what the neti pot is, it is essentially a very simple contraption. You pour in some water here, salted water, and you bring it to your nostril, you tilt your head, and water runs through your entire skull and out the other end. That is basically it. And so you can imagine flushing your sinuses out both ways will entirely clear them up. So if you have any congestion, you have a runny nose, perhaps you're just really needing to clear everything up to get proper breathing mechanics going again, well, the neti pot is really the #1 solution that is going to save your life. And so, for this video, I have brought the assortment of things that you will need. First, of course, you need a pot of water, because we need the water to be lukewarm so that it is not uncomfortable for our nose and nostrils, our sinuses. And we have, of course, the neti pot, and some of them come with a little measuring spoon, so you can see here, potentially. Anyway, there's a line here indicating how much to fill it up, and the spoon obviously fills the sea salt to the desired amount according to the measurement in the neti pot itself. Personally, I have not found that rock salt is very efficient, because rock salt is very difficult to dissolve in water, especially lukewarm water. So sea salt, on the other hand, very easily dissolves. I use Celtic sea salt personally to avoid some of the environmental contaminations that you often find in other variants of sea salt out there. And finally, we have some filtered water in my case. I mean, you could use tap water if you like. Personally, I don't use tap water for anything. Filter or distill all of my water personally. So that is really all we need. So let's get to it. So we now find ourselves here by the stove. As you can see, I put the pot on, very simple. And we turn on the stove. I personally just put it on the very first heat setting. You really don't want the water too warm at all, because it is just going into your body. You need it lukewarm, like your body temperature. So I assume most of you have boiled or heated water before. Very simple, yes. So what I do here is I have the indicator line here on the neti pot, so I simply fill it to that very amount with water. There we go. And I pour the water into the pot. Very simple, yep. And then we have our sea salt here, or salt of preference. I'm sure you can use regular table salt if you so desire. And we have a spoonful measured out. Dump it into the water. Give it a stir or two. Just let it dissolve. And once the water has heated up, which you will know simply by putting your finger into it and feeling when it is the desired temperature, I will show you the next step. We are now ready for the final step here. So it is time to pour the salted water into the neti pot. And I forgot to mention earlier that you may want to have some paper towel on hand, because this can get pretty disgusting. At least it always ends up being disgusting in my case. So the next step really then is to, and let me illustrate for you, we bring the neti pot to our nostril number 1 and we tilt our head accordingly. So here we go. Blow out. Paper towel. Let's do the other side as well, shall we? And that seems to be about it. Whew. Lovely, isn't it? So that is really the entire process for you right here. I can now breathe perfectly. I've been quite snotty the past week, so it's a very nice tool to have on hand to clear everything up. And I trust that once you get your neti pot into your life, you will never want to be without it ever again. It is my pleasure. Thank you.